When's the last time you went to the library? If you went anytime recently and happen to live in the DMV, you might not find any quilt books, as I have all of them. I can't help it. I'm obsessed. All right. I kind of hoard quilt books that are free. So here's the thing, is there anything wrong with that? Because I'm not paying for them. And I will admit some of them are overdue. But I promise I'm taking them back this week. Anyway, we're here today to look at 13 modern quilts. The reason is because I have a client who has requested a modern quilt. And part of my process is meeting with them and showing them several different options, especially when I don't know what they're looking for. So that's what we're doing here. Hopefully, you will find something in here that inspires you, but then also this client will find a quilt that they love that I can make for them in the upcoming year. So let's get into it. The first couple of patterns I did pull from the internet just to keep the diversity going. This first one is called Shattered and it's by Thangles. I love it. I love the twinkling, falling, I guess, shattered look of it. It's just absolutely beautiful. They also have this one. This is a definite purchase to make. It's beautiful. And just think of how it could look with all the different colors. Definitely maximize the possibilities here. Love, love, love this one. Well, I love a good chevron. This is actually a paper pieced quilt. It's called Sarah's Chevron. I love what looks like white sashing throughout. So, and then for my client, I thought this was nice because they told me that they like blue and orange, and even the quilt in the picture has blue and orange, but you could definitely mix those colors up to get the effect that you want. And this quilt is by the Delafield Quilt Company. Now we move on to the library books. These are quilts inspired by the city, thus the name City Quilts. And you know what? I just found my checkout receipt. It says I saved $24 by using my local library when I checked out this book, and you have saved $1,057.09 in this year. Here's the thing. I'm still getting great patterns, but I have more money for fabric. Just saying. This quilt was inspired by the movie The Bourne Supremacy. The inspiration was a building in the background of one scene. Okay, and then City Tracks is inspired by, she says, lots of different things. The herringbone tracks motif can be found all over the city, from the patterns in men's tweed suits to those in masonry walls and brickwork, and to the patterns of tire tracks. Beautiful quilt. Moving on to our next book, Modern Rainbow Quilts. Yes, this is by Rebecca Bryan. I've chosen to highlight the cover quilt here. And I love how on the cover it's in rainbow colors, but the one I found on her Instagram page has these beautiful blues and greens. What I am getting here is a scene of mountains and their reflection, right? So this is another winner. Honestly, dear client, this is my favorite. I would love to make this one, but obviously if it's not your favorite, I do understand. I will make it for myself. Next one, another cover quilt design. This is one, the Modern Log Cabin. I believe I found it online for sale. Regardless, it's right here in the book. This is a table runner. Look how beautiful that is. It would go, a lot of people have yellows in their kitchen. It would be great. All right. And actually the next pattern is also in this book. This is by Ellie Heath, the graphic cross quilt. Very simple, but what bold statement. And here's the thing. Imagine it in different colors, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love black and white, but again, another winning modern quilt. Fire drill. Okay, now we arrive at the book that is not from the library. This one belongs to moi because I checked it out of the library like one time, returned it, checked it out again, and it was like I had the book for 6 months and then I just started to feel selfish. Okay, like I have to let somebody else get the book. And so I went online and bought it. Mind you, guys, I will put the links to all of these books in the description below so that if you are interested in any of them, you can purchase them. But keep in mind, you can also borrow them from the library. The call number, the Dewey Decimal System, I believe, 74746.46. That is where you're going to find all of your quilting books. Back to the book that I had to have. Glam Garlands. I found a lot of this particular pattern online. I have to say, I believe it's very popular. And what people do is there's lots of different variations, like depending on what color fabrics you look, it can take on a very, very different look. So, dear client, I want you to remember that, like, even if you are not loving these colors in this setup, we can change the background. Each of the strings of garland can be a different color. I mean, there's so many different things we can do. Okay, next one. I love houses. I have yet to make a house quilt. This one is called Neighborhood, and I love how she puts the little birds in the house. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Moving on, we are almost towards the end of our quilts. Now, this one is called Xylophone, and I love the picture that she uses. This is actually a very large quilt because it has very large. The small blocks are 4 by 23, the medium ones are 6 by 23, and the large ones are 8 by 23. I have never made a block size that is 23 inches. The final design is on the cover of this book. Elizabeth Hartman has really done some amazing things with this book. Here's the back. This is Metropolis. I'm pretty sure that's the name of this one. No, that's not Metropolis. Get your facts straight, girl. That's Escape Artist. That's it, guys. I hope I've convinced you to take a trip to the library. Remember, the call number is 746.46. That's where you're going to find all your quilt books. Look, it's a free resource. I got to go because I got to drop these books off at the library before I get fined and have to pay full price for all of them. See you in the next video.